Alright, hello and welcome. So I wanted to show you how to sell things online, or how I handle selling things online. So the first thing is my rig. Okay, this is a plastic tub, and it has a hole right here in it. This is to dangle necklaces down in there. And there's also a copper bar in the back. That's for hanging earrings. And then a single sheet of paper that I can move around. It's just crappy paper. And I can move it into the background if I'm going to do earrings, or I can put it on the floor and I can change it out. The bulbs. Make sure if you are making a rig like this, you use 5000K lighting. Okay? And it'll be written on the light bulb package at any home improvement store. Get as many as you can. The more you light it up, the better. What you want to do is, if you look at it, it shouldn't have any shadows, or barely any. Okay. Now when I first started, I used a cell phone, and I did quite a bit of cell phone shots. If you're starting out, that's probably a good way to start. I do like photography, however, so I did want to get into photography. So basically, this is a really good way to jump into photography too. So, treat yourself. So Nikon 7200 with a 105mm lens works really well. Again, don't jump into this until you if it excites you. Yes, always do whatever excites you, but I would say you could probably get away with doing cell phone for quite some time, just as long as you had a good light rig. If you're doing a camera, I did want to show you something here. So using live view really works well on a tripod. And what I want to do is I lightly press on the shutter just to get it into a focus. And then you can go like this and zoom in, and you can see really how focused that is. Okay? That's important, unless you hook this up to a giant TV, which I've done that in the past too. But I found it just as good to be able to zoom in on the shot, just to see how much detail there is. Alright, another thing is timed mode works really well, because what you want to do is have your f-stop quite up there so that there is no depth of field. You want it to have as much sharpness as the front as in the back. Now if you're using a cell phone, don't worry about all that, because it's a CMOS camera and it has no depth of field whatsoever. So you can click on the don't touch the rig and let the timed mode take the picture, because if you go to touch the camera with that shutter speed, it'll blur it. Cool. So that is my rig. Again, these are all 5K too. These are just lamps I had laying around. One above too, going down. Alright, let's go into the software, and then I can kind of show you my workflow too. Alright, when I first started selling stuff online, my jewelry, I was big into Etsy. So Etsy's a great place. But when you get too many things, let's say you had 300 rings, what'll happen is you have to pay 20 cents each per ring. So every month you would have to pay 20 cents a month times 300. Obviously, it wasn't equaling out to the amount of sales I was having at first. So I had to get rid of Etsy. I do keep a couple things on Etsy just for the fact that it allows for advertisement. And it circles back to Amazon. So Amazon, like when I gave up Etsy, I was like, one day I just said, I'm done with Etsy. And then about 2 days later, Amazon Handmade, a person from Amazon Handmade contacted me and was interested to see if I was wanting to take on their beta product. And I was like, yeah. So I never heard of the thing before. So I put all my products on Amazon Handmade 2 days later. So I've been with Amazon Handmade probably about 2 years now, and I love it. The thing is, you want a central location if you're going to sell stuff online, but you want to make multiple routes to go to that central location. You also want a hell of a lot of advertisement at first, and then you can calm down the advertisement after a while. So Amazon advertisements are good, but what I was having is a customer base that was, if you sell at events, like let's say you sell at farm markets, okay, you would have customers, they want your Facebook page. Now you could put on there your Amazon account, but they're most likely going to subscribe to your Facebook page, okay? That's where you have to make a workflow that incorporates Facebook. So that's what this is. This is the incorporation of Facebook and Amazon together, and I'll kind of show you how that works. This isn't about how to put products in Amazon. This is mostly about how that workflow works. And you will, if you went to Amazon Handmade, and you can use Etsy too, but this workflow really incorporates people that sell at venues a lot and sell online a lot. So if that's you, hope this helps you. So I use Lightroom. Love the program. You can use whatever program you want for this. But let's say I have a ring. Yeah, we'll use that one. First thing you want to do is always keep a lot of resolution. Whatever your camera puts out, do not hurt any of the resolution. Don't shrink it. Make sure it's as big as you can get it inside the picture. In this case, I had to crop it in just a little bit. So here's my outside, but crop it in as tight as you can get for any online shop. And make sure you sharpen a lot. Another thing, I always had these really complex backgrounds with wood and Zen things and little trees and all kinds of crazy stuff. Drop all that. The customer mind wanders a little bit too much, I noticed. So once I started doing white backgrounds, it was about the product and not about my photography skills. Okay, cool. Again, not much about, like how to do it, but it's really easy to do. So maybe you can see how easy this is. Once you get a few products on Amazon, it becomes a lot easier because all you do is have to copy a ring style, like I have another carnelian ring. So I'm just going to copy that listing and go to the images so I can upload multiple images. Change this to 3. change this to 3. So, other than that, those are the only 2 things you have to change. Product description. All the rest of the stuff doesn't really matter too much. And then what you do, you keep reloading this page. Okay, so once I have the link, back, copy this, and now you get to hear my spiel about Facebook. So Facebook is amazing as far as a business is concerned, and here's how I roll. So if I'm at a venue, this is on my card, and then people can subscribe to where you're going to be at different venues, so I can put different venues on my page. Then what I want is to be able to put my online store in Facebook. So Facebook does allow that now. You can go to shop and you can put all your products on Facebook, so that the people that went to the venues have a central location to go back to that they're comfortable with going to. Because the people the venues that I go to, they're all ages. But I noticed, like older people like this jewelry a lot, but older people are not comfortable with buying things online sometimes, and that's coming from, that's a biased statement, but I noticed sometimes that they aren't comfortable with online shopping at all. Etsy is pretty far removed from where they're at. Amazon is a lot closer, and Facebook, their family's on. So that's why I choose this workflow, is because Facebook allows for a wide variety of ages, and Amazon's very comfortable for people to shop on. So when you're on Facebook, you just make a page, just create a page just like that. And when you hit that create page button, it'll ask you, are you a shop or are you a nonprofit or something? If you choose shop, you'll get shop. And then you can add collections. Now, it'll try to get you to use a thing called Shopify. I would maybe stay away from that unless it excites you, and then do whatever you want. Here, I'm just going to add the same photos. The same description, the same price, the same spiel, and the same checkout URL, which is this. Save. And just do a little reload. So what's nice about this is when they click on it, it now has a checkout on website. So here's one I did before. Check out on website. I like this ring. Oh, there's a couple pictures. Check out on website. Boom, it takes you to the Amazon page, and bam, they can add it to their cart. Isn't that slick? That's so nice. Another thing great about this is when you go to, like, say, share my collection, and you put this on your Facebook page or your business's Facebook page, immediately after you hit post, Facebook will ask you, do you want to boost it? And for like, I want to say a couple bucks, you can get about 200 to 300 different people looking at your rings or your jewelry. And sure, you might sell one out of the 300, but then about 2 or 3 weeks later, you're going to find that those people told other people that told other people, and you get more sales.
Plus, Amazon itself has advertising. So the advertising between Amazon and Facebook, it's just helps so much. You don't know. Another thing I would do is free shipping on Amazon. That's helped quite a bit. Just a couple tips there. So when you are asked to advertise, I would advertise through Facebook first and then Amazon. And you can see promote. I do like the collection part too. It's nice how you can put everything in different collections. So I hope this video has helped you out. I mean, like, yeah, it wasn't, like not the whole workflow, and you obviously have some homework to do still with Amazon. But I will say that the marriage between those two programs or two venues, huge, awesome, and you should explore it. If not, hey, there you go. There's my workflow. So I hope you enjoyed.